Today's stories include our thoughts on the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer, another update to the Subnautica 2 story, and Netflix greenlights an Assassin's Creed series. We'll have all this and more because this is Kind of Funny Games Daily. Yo, what's up? Welcome to Kind of Funny Games Daily for Thursday, July 17th, 2025. I'm one of your hosts, Blessing, at AOA Jr. Joining me is the Nitro Rifle, Andy Cortez.
Good morning, Blessing.
Good morning, Andy. How's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. This has been a heavy KFGD week for you. It's your third day in a row.
Yeah, I got switched out last second yesterday, you know.
Yeah, it happens.
They're like, you know, we want to continue to have this show being as below par as it is. Let's keep the streak going, you know?
I mean, then why we take Greg off?
So true.
Why do we get Greg out of here? Why don't we just keep him here? Andy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Let's see here. Played a lot of video games last night. Got deeper into the altars. Had to redo some stuff in the altars.
Yeah?
Things got a little dicey.
Was it one of those things where, like, yeah, you ran out of time? Or, like, you weren't keeping up on schedule?
I was not understanding a mechanic of the game. I was like, I have 25 medals. And I have 300 enriched medals. That means I have 325 medals.
Oh.
And then got to the end of it, and I was like, oh, I needed to be using those in that way. I read the description wrong. Had to rewind a little bit. Made another altar. It's a whole no spoilers. I'm not going to spoil anything.
I've had sort of a gaming...
It's very good.
I've had a gaming paralysis a little bit in the last few days. Because Donkey Kong Bananza has been around the corner. It's finally here. I haven't booted it up yet. I'm going to play it later on stream. But because Bananza has been around the corner and I've been very excited for it, I've been too caught up to get into anything else. Because I also have the altars that I'm still very early in that I've been like, well, I could play that, but I don't want to get halfway through and then Bananza takes me away.
Right.
And then like now I'm just like, you know, halfway through this game and I've dropped it sort of situation. Same with Liza P. Overture where that came to mind. But I was like, I want to spend all my time playing Bananza. Like based on what Tim had to say about it, I think this is one of those games that's going to take over my life for at least the next 2 weeks.
Right.
And so I've just been hanging out. I did go back and I played the Astrobot DLC multiple times.
Oh, how was that?
Well, you'll hear about it tomorrow on Kind of Funny Gamescast. Me and Tim are going to review Astrobot DLC, and we're going to do like the updated Astrobot review now that everything's said and done. As far as we know, maybe they have more DLC that they're going to drop, but we're going to do our up-to-date Astrobot review.
Here's what we feel about Astrobot.
Will I change my review score? Because if you remember, I gave it a 9.5 on our review. You'll have to tune in and see.
I think you just go Bananzas, and you go bananas with Bananza, and then get it out of your system, move on to other stuff.
See, that's where
then will other stuff be out in the future? And then now these things are just gone in the past.
Yeah, that's the tough thing, right? Like I finished Bananza and all of a sudden Metal Gear Delta, and I'm like, oh shit, well, gotta play this.
You know what's gonna happen.
I mean, but here's the thing, right? Like, what are the games right now that I should be playing? Because I played hella Tony Hawk, right? I got Tony Hawk out of my system. The altars right now, that's on the backlog a little bit.
Get back to the blueprints, bro.
Oof. But Blueprints is like the everlasting gobstopper of a video game where I'm never gonna have that finished. That game is just gonna last forever.
And your notes are in 6 different places.
Dude, my notes are in my screenshots and my Steam Deck, but then also have a Google Doc, but then also have a Google Sheets situation.
I think, look, I know the management sim survival lifestyle is not for everybody, but the Altars story and the different permutations of things that can happen is so fascinating and good.
As soon as I learned the first... Like, as soon as so when they give you the timeline of like, this is what his life is, I read every single one of those, like on stream. Like I read all of it and I was like, damn, that was really cool. And then they gave me the first clone and they showed it like branching from one. And I was like, this is fucking amazing. This is fucking cool.
Dude.
I cannot wait to get back to the altars.
It's been really cool to see people in my comments go, whoa, that shit did not happen to me.
Really?
Like, holy shit, this went this way for me. This altar died on day whatever. Like, whoa.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
God, I can't wait to get back to the altars.
Good.
But enough about that. Let's talk about today's news stories, because remember, this is Kind of Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday, we run you through the nerdy news you need to know about live on YouTube, Twitch, and on podcast services around the globe. If you love what we do, support us with the Kinda Funny membership on Patreon, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts to get all of our shows ad-free, watch us record them live, and get a daily exclusive show. For a chance to be a part of the show, submit your thoughts and opinions as YouTube Super Chats as we go. Housekeeping for you, Friday, that's tomorrow, Game Showdown returns for a special 4-episode Nick Scarpino-led miniseries. 9 contestants are vying for a prize that can change their lives. Tune in Friday after Gamescast for the premiere episode. Tim's hosting the San Diego Comic-Con panel for Marvel Cosmic Invasion next week, Thursday, July 24th. So if you're at SDCC, they call that San Diego Comic-Con, show up, hang out, see Tim, talk to the Marvel and Comic Invasion devs, learn about the game, and have a good time. Remember, we're an 11-person business, all about live talk shows. So today, after KFGD, you're going to get a Gamescast, which is a look at upcoming games that I'm excited about. We've been doing these Steam wishlist episodes. Greg did one, you did one, and the other week I looked at Greg and I begged him. I was like, Greg, please let me talk about my wishlist.
I'm sad that it's a one-on-one, though.
Yeah, I'm sad, too, because there are games on my wishlist that I do think about you and I think about Tim. There's one game...
I think about you all the time.
There's one game that is like a Souls-like deck builder with like a cool indie art style.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
is it
Death Howl?
Death Howl.
Death Howl.
Yeah.
That I'm like, man, I gotta talk to Andy about Death Howl. I gotta make sure Andy knows about Death Howl.
Played that demo. I don't know what Steam Next Fest it was, but maybe it wasn't even a Next Fest. I played the demo though. I was like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate thing was the demo wasn't super great on Steam Deck. It still required keyboard and mouse, so I was like having a tap and point on stuff, but still really cool in concept.
Yeah.
Great art style.
Great art style for this game. And yeah, I saw it and I wishlisted it. I was like, man, I got to do this fucking wishlist episode. And I couldn't wait to talk to you about it. So now, since it's me and Greg, I went and I reordered all the games. So now, like, the first 8
It's all stories
games,
about dead dads.
yeah, it's all like narrative. I got, the Asocial Giraffe game on there.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I got games that are about, like, here's a couple that's hanging out on a farm.
Yeah.
It's just Greg games that me and Greg will connect on, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, God, he shows
Hey,
up in the
Greg.
back.
Okay. Hey,
I didn't
Greg.
know
What's
he was
up, big
here.
dog? What's up?
Wow, what's today's Greg with?
What up, big dog? What's Greg with?
He said he doesn't know yet. He doesn't know yet.
He's so tall. It's ridiculous.
He's ridiculously
Seeing him
tall.
in that door frame is just hot.
Kinda
Like,
scared.
it's just so scary.
After the Gamescast is Superman Returns in review. That's the one where he gets shot in the eye and like the bullet flattens. That's the only thing I know about that movie. I watched that movie in 2006 in Nigeria.
I got some stuff to say about this movie.
I don't
Oh my
remember
God.
shit about that movie. That movie must have been boring because I don't remember shit about that movie.
Man, I mean, okay. We'll get to interview later. Brendan Routh. I'm not sure.
Brandon Routh, yeah. Do you know he also plays the Atom in Arrowverse?
Really?
Yeah.
I just know him from Scott Pilgrim.
He's also in Scott
Yeah, I know
Pilgrim,
him as
yeah.
that guy,
He had a moment there.
He hung out with us once during an E3.
No way,
I think
really?
Mike gave him a tour. It was crazy. Very nice guy.
Oh, that's real cool.
Snowbug Mike?
Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong. Somebody was sent out to be like, hey, go show him around.
Pretty neat. Then the stream is Donkey Kong Bonanza. Donktober returns. Me, Barrett, Tim, we're playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm playing it for the very first time, getting my hands on that game. I've been waiting so long to get my hands on Donkey Kong Bonanza. We also got a lot of bananas here and a lot of banana flavored things. You're gonna have to tune in to the stream.
Laffy Taffies?
I don't know about Laffy Taffies. I think Barrett said no to the Laffy Taffies.
What?
I don't know why.
Oh, man.
Maybe it
Laffy
was
Taffy's my
sticks to your
favorite.
teeth. It's not good for your teeth.
I mean, what is these days?
But you got good jokes on there. Knock, knock.
What?
Oh,
Who's there?
don't continue.
Sorry, you're here. You're at the front door.
They're here. Oh, God.
You're at the front door. You gotta
we got to get out of this place. Oh, shit.
I didn't know they'd be answering. I was just doing a ding-dong ditch.
It was supposed to be a ding dong. Now I'm stuck in the door. They've answered. The door's open. I'm looking at them face to face. I'm sorry. I didn't want to
Before
knock
the
on your
second
door.
knock hits, I'm opening that door.
My friend made me do. Have you ever had that situation where your
No.
friends make you do a ding dong ditch situation and you didn't really want to do it, but you got bullied into it?
Well, I mean, we would do ding-dong ditches, but we never got caught, We
We got in a car chase one time.
Really? Whoa.
They were not. Yeah, they were after us, dude.
My friends, this is the one that I hung back for because I was a little too scared, but put a bunch of water into a trash bin, and then we also all pissed in the trash bin.
Oh my God.
and you lean it up against the front door and you knock.
No. Have you ever gotten somebody?
The doors.
I could never. That's some evil shit.
You look out the people, you don't see shit, right?
No.
Nobody's there. Who's here? Open the door.
That's crazy. To pee, like, water is one thing, right? Like, I know. At that point, it's like, all right, cool, it's just water. That's not harmful. You did a biological attack on somebody.
I mean, I was witnessing it. You know.
Oh, okay. So you weren't doing.
I was
peeing.
scared for too many of these things.
You know what? That's fair.
It's why I didn't go out and drink a lot when I wasn't the kid who was partying and underage drinking. I was way too scared.
I mean, same. Yeah.
Way too paranoid.
I didn't drink my first alcohol until I was 21.
Cops are always watching me. That's why I was like,
true.
Now thinking back, it's like, oh, that's where I had anxiety. My friends are just like, oh, gives a shit. Let's do whatever. And I'm like, no, dude. What if my dad, calls me right now, or what if my dad shows up? I was like, what?
Oh, dude,
makes no sense.
I mean, that brings me back to like the time in high school where I was hanging out. Oh, this is Addison, right? Like,
Addison.
Because like me, you would think that me and Addison ran in the same circles in high school, but we really didn't, right? Like Addison.
Did you grow apart?
Yeah, because we lived in the same neighborhood, so we were friends as like kids. But then in high school, like we were still friends, but it wasn't like we were hanging out in the same group. I think he might have been like a grade above me or something like that, right? So like he just already had his established group or whatever, and also they just did different things, like. They were the weed smokers. Like Addison, very much on the hippie side of things, right? And so like I do remember one time hanging out with Addison, Derek, and them. And it was like my first time.
Derek.
Oh my God, Derek.
Yeah.
Derek was cool though, because Derek had a car. He had a pickup truck that was like decked out with subwoofers.
Oh,
like
shit.
Fucking bass knocking in this thing.
Don't put anything in the back. It's only subwoofers.
Dude, it was so fucking cool. And like I made him a mixtape because I was like, dude, I got like a bunch of songs that had the most bass in them. I was like,
this just gonna bang on here.
I was like, let me make a mixtape of bangers for you. That's gonna fucking go crazy.
You're not utilizing this equalizer enough.
I'm like, let me tell you, I got some. There's this new shit called dubstep, Derek. Let me tell you about dubstep. This shit's gonna utilize your speakers.
Oh no.
But yeah, there was a day where like we were in our free lunch or whatever, and it was during the winter, and so they're like, yo, we're gonna go to lunch. Bless. Come through. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And we all fucking cram into the back side of the pickup truck. We're like laying down in like the back of this pickup truck to go to McDonald's and then go drifting in a parking lot that's like iced over.
Fuck yeah.
And they're smoking weed and doing all this shit. And when I tell you, I've never experienced more anxiety in my life. I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not made for this. Somebody take me to church. I can't be here. But also, like, I think about that day often because that was cool.
Yeah.
That was like some of the coolest shit of all time.
It's what you were thinking about that one time we went on that adventure in Elden Ring Night Rain. We're like, whoa, this guy's taking us to places that feel dangerous.
Yeah, taking us down in the volcano. If you're a Kind of Funny member, you can get today's Greg Way. Greg doesn't know what it's about yet. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, and Delaney, the Psalm Twining. Today we're brought to you by Shady Rays, but we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin with what is, and forever will be, the Roper Report. It's time for some news. We have 6 stories today.
A baker's dozen!
Starting with our number 1. Mortal Kombat 2 has a new trailer that's out. Now, here's the deal. Me and Andy have already watched the trailer. There's been a new thing recently where, as a company, we're scared of certain companies putting out trailers because we don't want to get copyright stricken by replaying it live and doing all that stuff.
Most of them, actually. Yeah, we're scared of a lot of them.
Yeah.
Most of them.
We've been getting got recently, right? Like, this is a thing where companies apparently are getting a bit more restrictive around live reactions and stuff. And so sadly, we're not going to watch the trailer live on the show as we usually do, but we're going to talk about the trailer. I'm going to bring in an article from Ryan at The Hollywood Reporter.
How dare you show this promotional video for our movie?
How dare you
3,000 people?
How dare you put more eyes on this thing that we want to get people's eyes in front of to your small audience?
Unbelievable.
Incredible. Warner Brothers releases director Simon McCoy's sequel movie in theaters October 24th. That soon? I didn't realize it was that soon. October 24th.
I mean, you think back to it, like the first one was 2022. It was in maybe 21. It was the Pandy.
Yeah, it was the Pandy.
We were at Tim's house.
It was like early Pandy, it feels like.
We ate
Panda Express.
I was like pancakes. No, we ate pizza. Oh, but you know what? No, we were in the studio.
No.
We watched it at Tim's house, but only because we went to watch it at Tim's house, and then we like went to the studio after, didn't we?
There's no way we were in the studio.
Didn't we do Balls of Fury from the studio? I'm freaking out. I'm tripping out.
Mortal Kombat 1 movie release date. 2023? No way.
Yeah, dude.
No, hold up.
Oh, that's
Mortal Kombat 1 is the video game.
That's the video game. That's the video game.
We gotta figure this shit out.
2021. Okay, we were in the panty. Okay.
Turns out you type in Mortal Kombat 1, Google gives you Mortal Kombat 1.
Okay, so we were in the pandemic. Okay.
Yeah, we were firmly in the
It
panty.
was a work from home thing. Gotcha.
So yeah, that was October 24th. This is coming October 24th. Hailing from New Line and based on the popular video game franchise that dates back to the 1990s, the film stars Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, alongside Adeline Rudolph, Jessica McNamee, Josh Lawson, Ludi Lin, Mikad Brooks, Tati Gabrielle, Louis Tan, Damon Harriman, Chin Han, Tadanobu Asano, Joe Taslim, and Hiroyuki Sanada. Mortal Kombat 2 centers on the group of ragtag fighters who must defend Earth from the evil forces of Outworld. It follows 2021's Mortal Kombat. It was in the article. I didn't even have to Google, which rebooted the film franchise that kicked off with the original 1995 movie. In the trailer, Urban is approached at a bar by a fan of the show that Johnny Cage had starred in as an actor, with the fan asking for a reboot. Quote, "Nobody wants that," Urban replies. "Shit went out in the 90s," end quote. Later, after Johnny Cage starts to compete against the other fighters, he explains why he doesn't need special powers. Quote, "I'm just incredibly handsome," end quote. Andy, when you watched this trailer, how did you feel?
Pure smiles. We're not dealing with the new hero or whatever it is.
Cole Young.
This is a Carl Urban fucking diabolico. This is a Carl Urban vehicle as Johnny Cage, washed up action movie star. I have no idea why they are recruiting him. Raiden walks up to him and they're like, "Johnny Cage," and he's like, "What are you, a couple of fans?" Doing his best American accent. God bless him, Carl Urban.
He's doing his best.
I would have much preferred if they just said, "Hey, we're changing the lore here."
He's Australian now.
Yeah, you know how every American actor is always like from the UK anyway. Like everybody who you think is an American, you go, "Oh shit, what? They're from Wales?"
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean? It happens all the damn time.
Wait, where is Carl Urban from? I said Australia, but I was just guessing.
I thought he was English.
English?
I don't know.
I mean, you're probably right.
Maybe.
He's from. Oh no, he's from New Zealand.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. But anyway, you hear him out there and he's like, they're not watching those movies anymore. Just really kind of accentuating that R right there. But looks great in all the best ways. They really, really decided to focus on one of the CG moments at the end that looked the worst. Mm-hmm. So I'm not like they really, I mean, we're talking Scorpion doing the "get over here," slicing a dude in half vertically.
Yeah. And
as the body kind of slivers apart, it was like, ooh, that looks the worst. That's the worst thing I've seen this whole trailer.
Yeah.
Visually, but it's gonna be campy. It's gonna be goofy. I loved the first one. I loved watching the first one with you all because we had those big pop off moments of being like, oh shit, oh my god, this hero's doing that. I love that they understand the tone of this. I love that they are not trying way too hard to be like this super serious movie. They know when to be goofy with it. They know what's going to make the audience laugh or smile with all the different callbacks. I think it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this. I was more critical on the first movie, mainly because I didn't love the what do they call them? Were they called arcanas or something? There was basically a word for their powers and like them activating.
I think it's arcana.
Is it arcana? Because I didn't really love the fact that like the powers all didn't have unique backstories. It was just like, oh, this thing activates within you, and now all of a sudden, like
you have the midi-chlorians within you.
Yeah, like now all of a sudden, you get the laser eye, or you get the fucking blades, or you get whatever cool thing that you have. And for me, that just felt like, I don't want to use the word lazy because lazy feels mean, but it felt like lazy writing, right? It felt like, oh, this is a way to get around so we don't have to like do all this work to fill in the history, fill in these characters' backstories. And that's what I want out of Mortal Kombat. I want the characters to have these cool things because they came from the nether realm, or they fucking made this laser eye with their fucking, 2 hands, and like they had the technical skill and ability to do these things, right? Like that's what I wanted out of that. Also, Cole Young, I couldn't care less about that character.
have cared less.
Just a blank slate. If he felt like a default create a character situation, which you don't want out of a movie, especially for Mortal Kombat. A franchise that is filled with so many characters that have so much personality, and also so many characters that can fulfill a main character role, whether it be Johnny Cage, whether it be Liu Kang, whether it be Sub-Zero or Scorpion, right? Like, you have a cast of characters already in the franchise. We don't need to create a bland new character to be the main character. So I think for me, that's the thing that makes me most excited about Mortal Kombat 2.
It felt like City of Heroes with the just creating a dude who was good, or DC Online, Universe Online, where it's like, create your hero who's going to be alongside Batman and Superman and Flash and all that stuff. Yeah.
So here we don't get there's not one appearance of Cole Young in this trailer, which let's fucking go. I love the idea of Carl Urban, as Johnny Cage being the main character here, because I think that's a wonderful role to center a whole movie around. Johnny Cage is entertaining, Johnny Cage is goofy, Johnny Cage is funny, and Johnny Cage is a character that you either love to love or love to hate.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want somebody with personality that people can connect to. I think the best thing I can say about this trailer, especially for me being more critical of the first movie, is that this is giving me everything I want out of Mortal Kombat. There's not one scene here where I'm like, that's not invoking, the violence or like the weird lore, or like that's not invoking like the magic of Mortal Kombat. This entire trailer feels so inherently Mortal Kombat. Also, should we be playing B-roll? Because I get scared.
I thought we were just gonna pause on some.
I was just showing. I think showing small clips of things that we're talking about is okay. It's showing the whole thing that we're concerned about.
Fair enough.
I would love to maybe just pause on still images just in case. Like, I'm scared of having anything in motion. I don't know. I'm just a little bit paranoid.
I will say, you brought up the CGI stuff. The CGI that really stuck out to me was Baraka with his like fucking big old mouth talking. I didn't like that.
It kind of just looked like somebody had like, a big prosthetic over their mouth, but they're moving their mouth underneath, so you just kind of see like this mask on top just kind of moving over it. It felt kind of odd. But shout out to, I was a dummy in the year 2021. I did not know who Tadanobu Asano is, but then I watched Shogun and I was introduced to Yabushige, who was one of the most amazing characters on TV. And I didn't know that he was Raiden back in the day. And to see him now here, I'm like, oh shit, you're Yabushige. Fuck yeah, dude, you're dope. I love you.
Somebody in chat mentions that Cole is in the trailer for a brief moment, at 1 minute and 7 seconds.
He gets his head chopped off.
Is he just this guy in the background? Yeah, I guess that does look like Cole Young.
Yeah, that looks like him.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Of course, shout out to the actor. I like the actor. But
I didn't mind Cole. I think centering it all around him was like the biggest problem.
Yeah.
I thought he had a decent enough moveset, and I thought they got a bit creative with it. I think they just could have pushed it a lot further, and I think I would have been won over had they really just made his moveset seem like the coolest shit possible. Like, whenever we're talking about video game movies being adapted, or whenever I have problems with MCU properties, and maybe I always think back to the Moon Knight TV show and how disappointed I was with it as a whole total package, right? But I would have enjoyed it a bit more if Marvel was like, man, we should give Moon Knight the craziest moveset. And the whole time Moon Knight is just stabbing dudes with his knives.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you can play with so much. You have a kit, like, again, in video game terms, you have a kit you could play with, and you're showing the most boring parts of it. And that's where I hope that they are going to continue doing that, because I think Mortal Kombat 1 did a really good job of showcasing the full kits.
Yeah. Another thing I want to shout out is Tati Gabrielle as Jade, right? Of course, Jade and Katana. I fucking love those characters in the game. Tati Gabrielle can be in everything, and I'll be okay with it. You know what I mean?
Looking amazing.
Like, she looks fantastic in this role. I also love the dynamic in the games between Jade and Katana, and like the other sort of, I forget the name of that world. I think it's
Melina?
Adonia. Well, I'm trying to think of like where they're from. Chat, remind me of where they're from. But yeah, like Melina kind of fits into that, or Melina, sorry, kind of fits into the Melania.
Melania.
It kind of fits into that, roster of like the princess, like warrior kind of characters. Edenia, thank you, chat. So I love that we're getting more of this, and yeah, like Tati Gabrielle's Jade, I think, is just such a wonderful pull.
Yeah, awesome shit. Again, there's a lot of great moments in this where we're gonna see weird throwbacks. We saw that. I'm assuming it's Smoke at the very, very end who gets
well, you
pulled
see
out of a
Noob,
suit.
Noob for sure.
Yeah.
Me and Kevin were talking about this. Is like, was that Noob getting pulled out of Smoke, or was that like, I couldn't tell exactly what that was supposed to be, but like the all black kind of gooey guy. That's Noob.
That's always Noob Saibot.
That's always Noob Saibot.
I got to assume it's because I guess Smoke. Well, no, Rain is purple.
Yeah. Smoke is like dark gray. Noob is like the jet black. I think this is just straight up Noob. I would love to get a Noob Smoke dynamic though.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a tag team situation. Oh, that's the other thing I want to shout out in this trailer is that they do the call out of like finish him and you see fatality like moves here. I was telling Kevin this before the show too. I want there to be at least 2 finish him moments. I want at least 2 like genuine fatalities. Don't do these sparingly. I want at least 2, like, we linger on it, fucking a dude gets ripped apart, head chopped off.
I want zero subtlety.
Zero subtlety. Rip out the spine and use the fucking spine to stab him in the nuts. Like,
yeah.
I want, you know what I mean? I want to feel something.
Are we going to get a friendship? Are we going to get a little friendship?
Probably.
Little Johnny Cage friendship.
Yeah, Johnny Cage.
Throw in the autograph like in part 1.
Johnny Cage and Baraka are like homies now. Fucking give each other a dap up.
Can we get the I know it's hard for Kevin to scroll through this. He's doing a great job though. Can we see just the Baraka close up one more time?
You mean animality, yeah, chat.
Cuz I think in practice I think maybe in movement is where it kind of looks the most or the least convincing.
Also, it might not be the final CG. Like they might, because it does look like it's just put on top. You can see that layer of his like upper right jaw.
Yeah,
dude. Part of me honestly feels like it's just a prosthetic over a mouth. Because no, never mind. It does separate in a way right there. Because yeah, it just
looks weird.
It just looked like as he's moving his real mouth underneath, if it were a mask, the top part is just kind of like
And I will say I do like it. It's funny. I do like how it looks as a still frame, but yeah, in movement, that's where I start to.
But it's also weird. You get into the weird when they drew these characters, they had no idea how they would practically move or talk.
Of course, yeah.
A real person, when you're gonna say the word, loony, you have to put your tongue out and go loony, but Baraka doesn't got anatomy like that.
So how do we make this look natural?
Yeah, whenever you say when you think of like saying if he's gonna say mortal, when you put your lips together, that's how you create the M sound. He doesn't have lips to do that. So like, how does that even look? Are you just mouth flapping at that point?
Yeah, genuinely, like it might actually be impossible to make that look natural.
It's how I always feel like if one time, if they're ever gonna make Gyarados talk, how's he gonna talk? His mouth's always just open.
What would Gyarados say?
I don't know. maybe got his inner thoughts at one point.
You know, like original House of Pancakes? I do.
I miss being that little fish.
Back when I was in Magikarp.
But his mouth, like you draw it away because it looks cool, but you never really. When they designed Baraka, they probably weren't ever thinking, oh, we're going to have this CG animated in 35, 40 years or whatever.
Andy, wasn't the original Mortal Kombat like actual videos of people?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was just like people green screened.
Yeah, like every frame was maybe like a different motion.
Also, everybody's got like the. We all grew up with the "my uncle works at Nintendo" thing. Like everybody knows that as a meme, but also everybody's always had somebody in their life that lied to you and told you that their uncle or somebody of their friends. Oh, my friend knows that game's coming out because of whatever his brother works there. I need to do some deep digging and investigation. This is more of a personal story, but I grew up with a friend in our circles who always said that one of somebody that he knew that was very close to him was the mocap actor for like Sub-Zero, maybe not Liu Kang, but like a lot of the characters in the OG games.
Is that not just like Ed Boon and Tobias?
No, because they had actual like mocap actors that where one guy played 5 different characters and one lady played Sonya and also so and so or whatever. But Yeah, that's one of those things where my uncle worked at Nintendo story is that where it's like my whole life I've been wondering, was that ever true? Was my friend ever lying to me about
interesting
about like, yeah, but so-and-so's uncle was the guy who played like 4 of those characters.
Can you bring up that graphic again?
That was a cool graphic.
Yeah.
But that's like, it's a more recent game.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
I don't know which one it is, but it's definitely not old, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I guess these are a bit newer.
Yeah, no, these are not.
Well, there's also Yuri Lowenthal just doing the voice, yeah. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Daniel Pesina may have been the one. And maybe my friends were like, hey, I can lie to my friend about this because that's a very Mexican-sounding last name. That's a very Latin-sounding last name. Maybe
but also, that's such a specific thing to lie about that you would have to believe
I know. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know.
We got one super chat about this from C Max Dude who says they didn't realize they could just cast Louis Tan, who plays Cole Young, as an actual character since he kicks actual ass in real life. Put a mask on him, easy. Which I agree. I like that actor, right? Like my disdain for Cole Young has nothing to do with Louis Tan. Like I would have loved for him to play like any actual Mortal Kombat character role. I think would have been cool.
Look at Richard DeVizio, man, getting it as Kane right there.
Man, we used to live in simpler times.
I always think of Kano just going, like one of those quotes that you'll always say for the rest of your life. Ear to ear. When he talks about like cutting Sonya Blade.
Yeah.
And I've always said that my whole life. Ear to ear.
We got a lot more show left for y'all. But before we get there, I want to tell you about patreon.com/kindafunny and youtube.com/kindafunnygames, so you can go and get the Kinda Funny membership, which allows you to get shows ad-free. Speaking of ads, let us tell you about our sponsors.
This episode's brought to you by Shady Rays. Get ready for the season ahead with quality shades built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades that won't break the bank. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company offering a world-class product rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. They have hundreds of options to choose from, so you're bound to find the perfect pair to match your style. If you don't love your shades, exchange them for a new pair or simply return worry-free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop. Their team are always there to have your back with personal and fast support. Y'all know I've been outside a lot playing Pokemon Go, and it's such a great experience wearing Shady Rays when I'm out and about looking dope. Exclusively for you, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal. Head to shadyrays.com and use code FUNNY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Again, go to shadyrays.com, use code FUNNY to get 35% off polarized sunglasses.
And we're back with story number 2. KRAFTON, that's right, we're back here. KRAFTON allegedly sabotaged Subnautica 2 to delay it. This is David Carcasole at WCCFTech. Of course, we've been covering the KRAFTON versus Unknown Worlds saga for what feels like forever. I think realistically it has been like a week and a half, but it's just been it's been dominating the news. And like I can't stay away from it.
This goes deeper than we could have ever imagined.
It goes so deep. Let's hop into the article here. The battle between KRAFTON and Subnautica 2 developers, Unknown Worlds, has escalated even further as the lawsuit filed by Unknown Worlds co-founders Charlie Cleveland, Max McGuire, and Ted Gill is now unsealed, revealing the full details regarding why the co-founders are suing KRAFTON for a breach of contract. Some key context, if you've not been following this story, is that when Unknown Worlds was acquired by KRAFTON in 2021, it did so for $500 million with an additional $250 million to be paid out as a bonus to the studio if it hit certain revenue targets by the end of 2025. On paper, the 3 co-founders and 40 employees at Unknown Worlds were due to receive a portion of that bonus, with the co-founders receiving the bulk of it. The co-founders also stipulate that they would have spread the wealth even further to the other members of the team who were not due to receive the bonus on paper. According to the co-founders, Unknown Worlds' relationship with KRAFTON only started to deteriorate when KRAFTON realized that Subnautica 2 launching in early access by the end of this year would have meant the studio hitting and surpassing the revenue targets required to unlock the $250 million bonus. The suit even adds that KRAFTON's chief executive officer, Chong-Han Kim, admitted to the Unknown Worlds co-founders that if Subnautica 2 was released in early access in 2025 and Unknown World hits the revenue targets to unlock the $250 million bonus, quote, it could be disastrous financially and hugely embarrassing for KRAFTON, end quote. The company now denies that Kim made such an admission and blames it on translators misinterpreting Kim's words, despite that never being an issue previously.
Adverbs are different here.
Yeah, I didn't say that. He didn't say that. Don't worry about it. Quote, so KRAFTON engaged in a months-long campaign to delay Subnautica 2's release, the suit reads. It pulled key marketing materials, refused to follow through with crucial partnerships, and reneged on long-standing commitments to handle important pre-launch tasks. Multiple KRAFTON employees themselves suggested that these moves were for the purposes of frustrating the earnout, despite the earnout agreement's prohibition on taking actions for that purpose, end quote. According to the co-founders' lawsuit, the experts KRAFTON hired to deem Subnautica 2 as unfit weren't experts at all and had no experience developing and releasing early access titles. The co-founders also flat out disagreed with the assessment of player feedback from the internal playtests, saying that the feedback, in fact, unequivocally proved that Subnautica 2 was ready for launch. Quote, in short, KRAFTON flagrantly breached both the letter and the spirit of the promises at the very core of its agreement to purchase Unknown Worlds. It promised to leave creative and operational control in the hands of the founders, promise broken. It promised to consult with the founders before taking any action that could harm the earnout. Promise broken. It promised to not take any action with the primary business purpose of frustrating the earnout. Promise broken. And it promised not to terminate the founders without cause. Promise broken. In the name of its bottom line, KRAFTON has thrown its promises out the window and ripped the game from the hands of both its creators and its community. End quote. Woo, wait. Shots fired.
Pablo Torre, we need you to find some stuff out.
We need the best investigators on this shit. I'm so hooked.
Man.
Like I'm not usually one who's for mess in this way.
I mean, it's
but like this feels like watching a drama.
Yeah.
It feels like watching an HBO series.
This is like Succession type shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously we kind of suspected what was happening here, and it seems like everybody's got their own side of the story, even from the executive saying, mistranslation. We never said that it would be. Yeah. But, I remember like the second day talking about this after you and Mike had initially had that sort of, it feels like we've been going day by day on this. Whenever there's a new development.
The updates have been coming rapidly.
Yeah, new thing to talk about. And I remember the second day us talking about it, us both having the thought, 250 million seems like a crazy fucking number anyway.
Yeah.
Like that felt like a clerical error anyway. That felt like somebody actually accidentally hit an extra digit on there. And then you learned that, well, the three founders were supposed to get, what was it, 90 or
90%?
90%. And the rest of the 10, which is 25 million, goes to the remaining 60 or 70 employees.
40 apparently.
40. Okay.
I thought it was more. Maybe, I don't know. I think one article I think might have said 70, and now this one is saying 40.
Gotcha. Yeah, so to have, I mean, it's just such a messy story. It is to have these executives saying, well, you all left the project, and plus it's just not ready. Look, hey, these documents leaked. How did those documents get out there? Mm-hmm. How do these roadmaps leak out there? It's crazy how that happened. But you could see that we asked for these things and that things aren't ready. But according to these founders saying, look, internal playtests were super successful. Things were on the up and up. This game is ready to launch. You are clearly sabotaging this so that you don't have to do this payout, so that you will not be catastrophically impacted financially by this bonus structure. I'm excited for maybe 2 months from now when maybe all of this is done to just know what the outcome is.
Yeah, like I'm trying to not speculate speculate's the wrong word because I am going to speculate, but I'm trying not to draw conclusions myself because like oh man, Kevin's trying to take me to speculation station. But like the truth of the matter is that like obviously I don't know, you don't know, like most people don't know what the actual facts are here. Now there are things where it's like I don't know, man. It seems pretty damning on the side of like KRAFTON, and I lean more toward like I could see y'all easily trying to sabotage this shit, right? But I obviously don't have the final answer on that. The thing that I still linger on is the 250 million, because like I wonder when you acquire KRAFTON, I think they said the year here. Yeah, they acquired KRAFTON in 2021. 2021, we're in a different time. 2021, we're a year into the pandemic. Video game profits are up as people are at home and moves are being made in the video games industry. So maybe I
was spending double the cost on Nintendo Switch Wii Fit. What was it called?
Ring Fit Adventure.
Ring Fit Adventure. I was spending double the cost on that. Ring Fit Adventure costs were through the roof on eBay.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
Bad. That thing's been sitting in my closet forever.
But yeah, we're in such a different place in 2021 than what we're at in 2025, where profits are. I don't even want to say profits. I guess overall money, I'll say, is down as far as like where the money, as far as the money coming in from shareholders, right? People are looking towards other markets. People are looking towards AI. There's not as much money going around as freely as in 2021. So I wonder if this is a thing where maybe the 2021 version of KRAFTON was like $250 million bonus. They probably won't make it, but we got that to spare. Like, sure, we'll make that happen. But now in 2025, they're like, fuck, we should not have promised this because we have to count every penny now as far as what we're trying to do. That's my speculation, obviously. Like, but that's the only way I can make that number make sense because that number doesn't make sense.
It could be disastrous financially and hugely embarrassing for KRAFTON.
Hugely embarrassing is hilarious.
Yeah, man. We'll see. We'll see where this goes. I mean, shout out to you for not, being scared of spec. I love speculating.
I mean, I do love speculating.
The other day when me and Tim were on Games Daily, and the story was like Neil Druckmann leaves Last of Us 2 TV show, and and Tim was like, "Yeah, good for him. He's gonna go work on the game. Like that's probably the right call." And I was like, "Okay, but let's speculate a little bit.
Yeah, let's have some fun
just
here.
because you all know Neil Druckmann very personally, like, doesn't mean that I can't go. Maybe he didn't love the direction of the show.
Yeah,
and maybe he was like, well, I still got to work on this game, so might as well just
maybe one day he punched Craig Mazin. We don't know.
Who knows?
We don't
who knows?
He just fucking clotheslined him. Who knows?
Fun,
let's just spread rumors.
Let's TMZ this a little bit.
Come on, man. Let's take this shit to the next level. I love that me and you are willing to make content.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Whether we're right or wrong, we're rarely ever right. This is again super. There's just so much drama here. There's so much intrigue, and I can't wait to know more in the next several weeks.
I can't wait to know more about Netflix's Assassin's Creed series with story number 3. Netflix greenlights Assassin's Creed. This is Andy Robinson at Video Games Chronicle. Netflix has greenlit a live-action Assassin's Creed series. The show will be produced and run by Emmy nominees Roberto Patino, who did DMZ, Westworld, and Sons of Anarchy, and David. Is it Weiner or Wiener? I'm going to say it's spelled like Wiener, so I'll just say Wiener. Who did Halo, Homecoming, and The Killing, Ubisoft announced on Thursday. The Assassin's Creed live-action series is described as, quote, a high-octane thriller centered on the secret war between two shadowy factions, and according to its creators, will follow various characters across pivotal historical events. Wiener and Patino added in a joint statement, quote, we've been fans of Assassin's Creed since its release in 2007. Every day we work on the show, we come away excited and humbled by the possibilities that Assassin's Creed opens to us. Beneath the scope, the spectacle, the parkour, and the thrills is a baseline for the most essential kind of human story, about people searching for purpose, struggling with questions of identity and destiny and faith. It is about power and violence and sex and greed and vengeance. More than anything, this is a show about the value of human connection across cultures, across time. And it's about what we stand to lose as a species when those connections break. End quote. This is the most I've wanted to play this.
I was about to say, this is the most interesting you've ever had me.
Hold on.
So, okay, fascinating little statement right there, because
they be fucking in Assassin's Creed?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know they'd be having sex in that thing.
Like in Abstergo or in the
in the what they call it, the Optimus?
No,
the Animus.
Animus Prime.
They be fucking in the Optimus?
Damn, that's crazy. So as you're reading the early parts of this story, my initial thought was, if this becomes successful, will every season be a different? Will it be annualized? No, will every season be a,
like a different
now
era?
We're dealing with, whatever, with Ezio and the gang, and now we're over here in, American Revolution or whatever.
Man.
But now I'm wondering, is that something that you do Is that something you do in the season? Will you have several episodes within one season doing these sort of time jumps?
Yeah, is it like DC's Legends of Tomorrow?
Oh, I have no reference point for that.
Where like every episode they're going to a new time period.
Oh, okay.
Which I never watched Doctor Who. I assume that's what Doctor Who is too, but I've not seen enough Doctor Who to make that statement.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What do you think Doctor Who is? Because I've always wondered. What's going on in that show?
That's basically it.
I saw a tweet that said Doctor Who is One Piece for British people.
That's good. That's honestly, I can see it.
I remember this one dude I worked with at Best Buy, and he would bring up Doctor Who all the time, and I was like, "What the fuck is this TV show you're talking about, dude?" This is like in 2006. I think it was like David Tennant was maybe and then I asked a bit more, and he was like, "Oh, the show's been on for about 50 years." I was like, "What?" That's insane to me.
It took like a 20-year break.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I think it was Barrett or somebody who like put me onto the fact that Rugrats was like Tommy Pickles is very much inspired by Doctor Who.
What?
Unless I'm misremembering. I'm pretty sure that was
Damn, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. But he does use a screwdriver a lot.
Yeah.
That's hella funny.
Hold on, let me look this up.
What?
This might have been a weird dream. I could have sworn we did this on this show. Tommy Pickles.
No way.
Doctor Who. Tommy Pickles is the Doctor is the first Reddit post that comes up. Rugrats was allegedly heavily influenced by Doctor Who. 7 Doctor Who TV references you probably didn't know in Rugrats.
Oh shit. I didn't know it was like that. I guess I should have known. I guess I should have watched Doctor Who as a kid.
Is Barrett here?
I can check.
We can skip all but like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard this before.
Doctor Who is very good though, just so you guys know. Very good. You guys should all watch it.
I saw those angel statues, and I was like, too scary.
Yep, those are scary.
Too scary.
You can't look away.
Do I gotta start with like the first episode 70 years ago, or like
No.
Can I hop in with the dude from Sex Education?
Season 9.
Season 9.
Yeah, which is like that's kind of like when they revamped it.
What season are we on right now?
Oh,
also, you know that episode of
Much
The
further
Office
than
when what's his face dresses as Kerrigan from StarCraft?
There are 26 seasons of this show.
Dwight.
Wait, no, that's
Dwight.
from 1963 to 1989. Hold on.
So from 9 to 26, you can do the math there. 15 seasons?
But that's the old version of the show.
No. I'm saying 26, right? No, is there 13 seasons?
Yeah, when I said 26 seasons, the thing then has a parenthesis 1963 to 1989.
Oh, of the old show.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will
15
say
doesn't sound wrong. Seasons.
'Cause
Also,
It's crazy to have a show for that long.
the new Doctor, well, not the new Doctor now, because now there's a new Doctor, but Kuti Gatwa, he was like my favorite actor from Sex Education.
Oh.
He's like the black dude that like became the Doctor.
I didn't watch the show.
I'm gonna spoil a thing of Doctor Who for you.
Oh.
Because the community I saw on social media was popping off maybe like a month or so ago because they introduced the new Doctor.
Okay.
Spoilers for Doctor Who if y'all don't want to hear spoilers for Doctor Who. But it was like a big thing because the Doctor like had this transformation moment where it turned from
the Doctor always like regenerates after some
becomes a
time.
new person.
becomes a new person,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah,
always
yeah.
a big thing like who's gonna play the next Doctor.
Yeah.
And the Doctor regenerates into supposedly like his friend, like an actor that was already on the show that
From
people
the first season of the revamped show.
yeah.
Oh.
So
And I
his
saw on Twitter,
companion-
like Doctor Who Twitter was going crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's some crazy shit.
Shooty
Billy
Gatwa,
Piper.
thank you.
Anyway, what I was saying was, when Dwight Schrute dresses as Kerrigan in The Office, and everybody's like, "Who the fuck are you?" That's how we all felt when this guy at Best Buy for Halloween dressed up as the Doctor, and it was like nobody knows what that show
Like,
is.
who
dude.
are
like,
you?
we are in Austin, Texas, right now. Like, nobody knows what Doctor Who is.
I mean, I think there are so many things you can do with an Assassin's Creed show.
Oh, right, we're talking about.
Will they do the right thing with it? Like, it's tough for me to be like, I got faith in that. And maybe that's just me being a hater.
I never watched the Fassbender movie.
Same here.
I don't know if anybody did.
From the outside looking in, it seemed aggressively okay.
Mm.
It didn't seem like anything special.
Was he hanging dong in that?
Was it filled with violence and sex and power and greed and vengeance?
I think it's missing a couple of those variables.
Sex?
Possibly. PG-13.
Okay, you gotta go all the way if you're going to Assassin's Creed. I think if they do what you're talking about, I would want it, and this is me talking about as somebody who's not like the biggest fan of Assassin's Creed, If you tell me that every season is a new era, that does sound cool.
I mean, look,
that does sound cool.
One of the showrunners or producers or whatever from Westworld, and Westworld kind of did that, right? Like we went to the samurai world that one,
Sure.
There are a couple of touchstones you can grab from, and hopefully that helps a lot with the production as well, because you go, oh man, this team who worked on Samurai World is awesome. This team who worked over here,
yeah.
I don't know. It could be neat. Maybe it's the one that gets me in.
This is how Andy gets into Assassin's Creed. Listen, I'd watch it.
I really thought I was going to get into Shadows. It was a bad time for me.
Same.
It was a bad time for me.
Ghost of Yote's around the corner, though.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. We're going to be... Give me that show. I know they announced it. Who's making it? No, that's a movie.
This is what I was talking about the other day with Greg, where it's like I feel like there's been a bunch of PlayStation IP that the rights have been grabbed up, but we hear one thing that the rights have been grabbed up, and that's the last we hear of it.
John Wick 5. Oh, wait, no, that's not it.
Where's God of War?
This is it's from the same director as the John Wick movies, I'm pretty sure.
The stunt guy? That's cool.
For the Ghost of the Chad Stahelski.
Yeah, nice.
Although I'm reading another announcement or another article from comicbook.com that says John Wick 5 announcement is bad news for Ghost of Tsushima movie.
Oh, no.
Which I don't know. I mean, that's an opinion piece. Who knows?
I liked what Chad Stahelski or whatever his name is said about when, he's stoked about coming back for Ballerina, and Ballerina was an awesome movie, and him being like, yeah, the TV show, because the TV show wasn't his baby, and nobody watched a TV show, and it's just like nobody gave a shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, when you're missing Keanu and, and the actors and me, it's like, what kind of a show do you have? It's like, he's talking so much shit about like his own IP.
Jesus. Andy.
Hey, boss.
An Assassin's Creed show doing well would be so big.
So huge.
So gigantic. But if I wanted something smaller, say the tiniest news I needed to know about, where would I go?
You'd go to our last story, the We News channel, where we cover all the small news items you need to know about.
Stories 4 through 6, because we've been so long-winded on this show. Story number 4 is about Virtuos. They have laid off 7% of their workforce. I'm gonna read briefly from Samuel Roberts at gamesindustry.biz. Co-development services specialist Virtuos has confirmed rumors that it's making hundreds of layoffs across its workforce, with around 200 roles in Asia and 70 in Europe affected. This amounts to approximately 7% of its global headcount. The word rebalancing is how the company put the changes, with teams affected, quote, facing lower occupancy and slower demand due to structural shifts in the industry. This is one that I was already going to do, kind of a required reading situation, because they put out a long statement kind of explaining their process here of quote unquote rebalancing layoffs, right? Of like how they went about it.
Blah, blah, bullshit. Yeah.
Blah, 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 bullshit. But also they mentioned that like the team that did Oblivion located in, I think I have it in the article here. Oh, maybe I did include it. Most of the team that worked on Oblivion didn't get laid off. I learned through the story there's fucking thousands of people working for Virtuos.
I was about to ask you, do you know how many people work there?
I looked it up.
4,200.
Yes.
That's insane.
I would not have known that Virtuos was that gigantic. So yeah, when they say 7% of its workforce there, it's 270 people, which is a lot. It's fucking devastating.
Yeah.
But also, Jesus Christ, it's a big company. Story number 5. Steam games disclosing generative AI use are up 800% this year. I don't even need to read the article there, right?
Wait.
I was pulling from Andy Robinson at Video Games Chronicle, but the short of it is that Steam, if you have AI generative stuff in your game, they require you to disclose that. Those disclosures are up 800%, which is, hold on, there's a percentage here of like how many Steam, 60%. Oh, you know, that's not
You were
right.
going to go with the percentage. I was just going to say devastating.
I mean, yeah. Oh, I can't find the percentage here either. Basically, it's like a large portion of games.
Big number.
Big number of games that are using generative AI. Scary. Moving on to proper Wii news. From IGN, Razer has brought its officially licensed Pokemon collection of accessories to territories outside of Asia, meaning you can now get your hands on an official Pokemon mouse, keyboard, headset, or desk mat. Kevin's showing the images right now if you want to know the prices. Razer Black Widow V4X Pokemon Edition is $170. The Razer Kraken V4X is $100. The Razer Cobra is $60, and the Razer Gigantus V2 is $30. I could not identify which one of those products fits with each of the
With the words gigantus.
What the fuck is the Cobra? The fucking Kraken V4X?
That's the headset, I think. No, maybe that's the mouse. Damn, I forget. The mouse was the one thing that I thought looked cool. Not really even cool, but it's just like that's the one that I would go for. But everything else I thought looked okay.
I don't think Pokemon should look techie at all. Like, I don't know how to put it. Showing me like computer components with Pokemon designs just doesn't work in my brain.
If you're gonna give me a computer component with Pokemon like in mind, no sharp edges. Everything needs to be round.
Yes.
I need the buttons to be little squishy gummies or something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like no click clack, nothing like that.
We need to keep it cutesy around here for Pokemon. I don't want hardcore Pokemon shit.
I think if they Hey You Pikachu 64, the blue and the yellow, like round, it's adorable looking.
Exactly. Echoes of the End launches August 12th. Void Crew is coming to PS5, Xbox Series on
Kevin. Thank
September
you.
4th. Agatha Christie, Death of Denial launches on September 25th, and Cook Serve Forever launches July 31st on PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. And that is it for Wii News. Let's do some super chats and get out of here. Let's see here. John Van Pelt writes in and says, hell yeah, you get laid in Assassin's Creed. It's like the first thing you do in Assassin's Creed 2.
Sweet.
I played the beginning of Assassin's Creed 2. I don't remember getting laid. I gotta replay that game. I just remember him being like, it's a me, Mario, and we've been doing a little chuckle. Wahoo! It's exactly how he said it in the game. Futon J says, the first example I've seen of the publisher delaying a game that the devs say is ready. I wonder what the $250 million difference is here. Dan Smith says, birthday tax from Blighty, is the time right for a game accurate Hitman TV series complete with silly disguises and creative kills and exotic locales? This is my pitch. You have to make it tonally along the lines of either Monk the TV show or Psych. Nick Scarpino would hear me out on this. You got to balance the murder, fucking mystery aspect of it, the serious espionage aspect of it, with just the most insane, goofy shit of all time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a murder in a chicken suit. That's funny. But also, you play it serious.
That's the chicken suit episode,
Yes.
Kevin, can you bring up the image and assets?
I'm all for it.
Because I think we have our Agent 47.
Yeah. What's funny is that I thought of him before you even brought it up.
Really?
Yeah.
It's Nicholas Hoult in as Lex Luthor. But every time I see this, I'm like, that's Agent 47.
What role is he playing there?
That's Lex Luthor.
When did he look like this in the movie?
Right after he kills
No, spoilers. No, spoilers.
Well, that's all I was gonna
you know
say.
what? Never mind. I remember. Yeah, I remember.
You remember.
Good call.
I mean, I just told you.
Miguel writes in and says, hey, Bless, Kit and Krista uploaded a video about DK music and said Sticker Brush Symphony the entire time.
I get it.
Yeah.
Hey,
I've had to
near the shrubs and the brush over there.
I've had to act like I've had to correct myself actively every time I say it now, which is why I automatically correct myself as I was reading it there. Lucid Dream says we need a Blessing and Andy high school story pod. Just put me on KF Podcast more. Fun fact, I'm scheduled to be on KF Podcast soon, guys.
Wow.
Yeah. The Floofy Bro writes in and says, birthday tax, I took the day off today, so I'm glad I could be here live for once. Can't wait to hear what y'all think of Superman Returns. Oh. Happy birthday, Floofy Boy. And also, I think I forgot to say happy birthday to Dan Smith. Happy birthday, Dan Smith.
I hope I don't ruin your birthday, Floofy Boy, by, telling you my thoughts about Superman Returns. I hope if you're expecting positivity, look elsewhere. Is all I'll say.
No way anyone is.
Artuotron Robo Bartender says, third and final interview today for this new gig. Wish me luck, kind of funny fan. Good luck. And then finally, Angie Carr writes in and says, seems like WB did course correcting after Backlash.
AEW Backlash?
I was going to say the wrestling. I am talking about Mortal Kombat 2, the movie, which I would love if that's the case. The trailer looks like maybe they took in a lot of the feedback. They didn't talk about the Arcana bullshit, whatever it's called.
I mean, our number one biggest piece of feedback, if I recall during that episode of the interview, was why are you not playing the theme 100 million times?
Yeah.
You played it like once and it was kind of a remix and it almost got all I recall is at the end of the day us going, why didn't they could have played it so many more times?
Yeah.
I need to hear dun 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 like in a bunch of different forms. I need the super symphonic kind of like modern take. I need just the straight up like EDM sort of vibe. I need all of it.
The original Pixel or chiptune version. That is it for Super Chats. Now it's time for You're Wrong, where you write in, let us know what we got wrong as we got it wrong so we can correct it for those watching later on YouTube and listening later on podcast services around the globe. We only have one from Kebabs, who writes in and says, breaking Wii news. In collaboration with Alamo Drafthouse, a curated film series inspired by Ghost of Yotei will be showing in select locations August 2nd through September 4th.
Tales of Zatoichi, 13 Assassins, Lady Snowblood, Ran, Lone Wolf, and Cub, Sword of Vengeance. That's pretty cool.
That's a good idea. Cool. Denzel Curry has a song, I believe, called Zatoichi that's pretty good. So
okay,
listen to that,
something to think about.
Yeah,
write that into You're Wrong.
Write that. listen to Zatoichi by Denzel Curry and thank me later. Andy, that is it for Kind of Funny Games Daily. Thanks for joining me.
Hey, thanks for asking me to be here, man.
Of course, each and every weekday, we run you through the nerdy news you need to know about live on YouTube, Twitch, and on podcast services around the globe. If you love what we do, support us with the Kind of Funny membership on Patreon or YouTube to get all of our shows ad-free, watch us record them live, and get a daily exclusive show. Enjoy the Gamescast next and the stream after, but until next time, game daily.